All right, what's up, gang? Got two pieces of news for you, one of which is a trade, okay? The trade involves the Minnesota Twins and the Kansas City Royals. So the Twins are actually acquiring center fielder Michael A. Taylor. Yeah, defensive standout Michael A. Taylor. He's headed to the Twins, adding to that crazy outfield depth that we'll get to in a second, in exchange for right-handed pitcher Steven Cruz and left-handed pitcher Evan Sisk. So a couple of pitchers headed back to the Royals. This is right from Mark Feinzan, and this is from MLBTradeRumors.com. So, adding to that bullpen, and what's interesting too, because Brian Buxton's their center fielder. But let me just go through the outfielders. But now this tells me that they're definitely considering pretty hard, or maybe even close to moving somebody like a Max Kepler now in a trade. Even though they moved Luis Arias last week to the Marlins for Pablo Lopez, they've got Byron Buxton, who's locked long term. They brought in Joey Gallo. Nick Gordon, he's a more dynamic, longer-term controllable player. Max Kepler, Alex Kirilloff, Trevor Larnach, and Matt Wallner. So they've got quite a few guys at the major league level that are, and you're talking 6 guys competing for 3 spots. So my guess is he's probably going to be a corner outfielder, and meaning they're probably going to move a Kepler or somebody like that, maybe even a Nick Gordon, who I think would be a more appealing option in a trade because of his controllable years. But I see another move happening with the Twins. Again and again, they've added Pablo Lopez. They've added other players as well. The roster, they brought back Carlos Correa, and for about 2 weeks ago. So, but they still don't. Personally, they don't really scare me that much in the American League Central. I still think there's work that they need to do. But Michael Taylor's a nice depth piece there. Again, he's a dependable plus defender in the outfield, and he does have the ability. He's been a center fielder, so I don't know what they're going to do. Whether they're going to move him to the corner or Buxton to the corner, or DH him. I don't know, but why would you DH a glove like that is my question. So that's the first piece of news. Okay, the second piece of news involves the Angels. Artie Moreno, the owner, has announced that the Moreno family is no longer interested in selling the team. Okay, so they want to turn it back into a consistent winner again. So they're going to be here for the foreseeable future. Okay, and this is also on MLBTradeRumors.com. And Artie Moreno made the announcement himself. So it's been a while since they won a world championship, but that was the days of like Troy Glaus and Troy Percival and Tim Salmon. I think it was Torrey Hunter, Joan Figgins, like those guys, and Irvin Santana. Those days. And so it's a little bit of a different team now. Obviously, they're front heavy with the superstars Trout and Ohtani, but they made a lot of moves, and I get it. I kind of get it too. Why would you sell a team that's made all these moves this offseason? So they clearly want to show that they can become a winner again, not only to the fans but to Trout and Shohei Ohtani. In the event they try to retain Ohtani, because Trout is here long term, they bring back Ohtani. They still have pieces to get, but it's a show of faith. But he's going to have some heavy competition between the Dodgers and a couple of teams, apparently the Mets and who else. But he's going to get paid one way or another. And the Angels, Mike Trout did not demand the trade to the Yankees. So let's put that one to bed. And but that's what we have. That's what we've got now. Michael Taylor moving from Kansas City to Minnesota to add to that team. So he's staying in division. And the Angels are no longer for sale, according to MLBTradeRumors.com and Artie Moreno himself. So let's see what they do. So, and anything else that comes out, you're going to get it here, so you know exactly what to do if you don't want to miss it. But that's what I got for you now. Have a great day, everybody. Talk to you next time.